I want to preface by saying a few things. I make between $50,000 to $70,000 a year in income, and I say that range because I don't particularly feel comfortable sharing my exact salary on the internet. But I do make between $50,000 to $70,000 annually. Another thing that I want to share is that is one income. This is a household with one income. I do not have a partner or spouse to split bills with, and I don't receive any financial assistance from family, friends, or just from anyone besides my employer. All right, so let's go ahead and crunch some numbers. If you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at the notes on my phone. I am an English teacher, not a math teacher, and so I will be using my calculator. All right, so let's start with rent. I live in a one-bedroom home in Tacoma, and I pay $1,400 a month for my apartment. And that price, I think, at least in comparison to prices that I saw when I was originally looking in the Seattle area, I think that's a really great and reasonable price. And when I say that I pay $1,400 a month for rent, that includes my Wi-Fi, which is actually like some of the best Wi-Fi that I have ever had. So that includes my Wi-Fi, my electric, my gas, and my water. All of those things are included in that $1,400 price tag. And so when I go to pay for my rent at the end of the month, like that's my only bill for my apartment, which is just like chef's kiss, fantastic. So next up is my car payment. So back in December, like at the very tail end of December, right after Christmas, I got myself a new car. It's new to me. It's not a new car. I don't think I will ever buy a new car unless I am just like rolling in money. Cars don't mean that much to me, and like there are just so many more things that I want to invest my time and energy and money into besides like a new car that's just gonna depreciate. Like there are things that I appreciate more than a car's depreciation. You get what I'm saying? But anyways, car. So I have a Chevy Equinox, and I pay $400 monthly for my vehicle, and my payment is actually split into a payment every other week, so twice a week for 1 month. Math is hard. And with my car payment, there's my car insurance, and for my car insurance I pay like $104, something along those lines, but like $100 each month. So next up we have student loans, and I am applying for student loan forgiveness. I hope I am forgiven. I truly hope I am forgiven. But for student loans, I pay $200 monthly, and this is also a payment that I split up into 2 payments per month. That's it. 2 payments per month, so $100 every other week, and that equals out to like $200 per month. Okay, so we kind of got into like the big bills, like my rent, my car, and my car insurance. Like those are my big bills. Like those are the ones that take, like a chunk out of my bi-weekly paycheck. Those are the big dogs. Now let's talk about some of the smaller bills that still add up and add up very, very quickly. So first off, let's start with groceries. Groceries are an area where I feel like I have seen inflation's impact like the hardest. Like I feel like when I grocery shop, I am just always blown away by like prices and how prices have risen. Like it's just insane. And it's honestly gotten to the point where like, I feel like no matter what you do, you can't cut corners, you can't save money. Like you could go buy groceries, you could order takeout, you could get like a meal delivery kit. And I just feel like nowadays, it honestly doesn't matter. It's like all the same. So for me personally, what I do is I actually use a meal delivery service. I like to buy from HelloFresh. I love their meals. They're delicious, they're quick, they're healthy, and they take a lot of like the legwork and brain work out of cooking. And for my HelloFresh delivery, I get 4 meals per week, and really it's like 8 meals if you look at one meal as a serving, or if you look at one meal as 2 servings, I mean. So that's technically like 8 meals, right? So I get a HelloFresh delivery once a week every week, and that price varies. Honestly, that price can vary from like $80 a week to $100 a week. Sometimes they give you discounts and free rewards if you're like a consistent member, if you consistently purchase from them. And ever since I started purchasing from them back in January, I cannot see myself not using HelloFresh as a single person. Maybe if I go on to have a family, have a partner, I won't be as interested. But as a single woman, oh my God, I love, love, love HelloFresh. With using HelloFresh, that brings me in at like roughly $400 a month in groceries. And of course, I pick up little things along the way, like, you know, I get toiletries, I get cleaning supplies, I get some odds and ends, but insofar as groceries and like what I eat, that predominantly comes from my HelloFresh kits. Like, I am a religious HelloFresh girl. Okay, let's talk about gas. I am someone who is a commuter. I live in Tacoma and I work about 20 miles north of Tacoma, and that 20 miles, which should be like a 20-minute commute, is really like a 45-minute to an hour commute because of traffic. Because if you saw my other video about living in Tacoma, then you know the traffic here is no joke. It's like, I mean, it actually is a joke. Like, ironically, it is a joke. On a weekly basis, I spend anywhere from like $50 to $80 on gas, and if you do the math on that, that's about $200 to $320 monthly on gas. I am considering moving closer to my work so that I can cut down on gas. But then if I'm moving closer to my job, I'm moving closer to Seattle, which will mean an increase most likely in my rent. And last but not least, we have subscriptions. So I feel like I probably have about as many subscriptions as the average millennial. So I have Netflix, which is like $8 a month. I have Hulu, which is around $11. I pay for my Apple storage for my phone. I think that's like $3 a month. And I have a few other like streaming services. I have Paramount Plus, I have Disney Plus, and I have something else, I think like Peacock TV or something like that. But with those, I am using someone else's account, so I don't actually have to pay for those myself. And in addition to those, I also have YouTube Premium, which is $11.99 a month. And then I have my gym membership, which is $24.99 a month. So all of those subscriptions combined cost me roughly $60 a month. All right, so let's add this all up. I feel like my feelings are about to be hurt. Like I feel like my feelings are about to be hurt when I see this price, but let's just see what we're working with. So we have rent, which is $1,400, car payment, which is $400, so that's $1,800. Car insurance is $100, so that's $1,900. Phone is $100, so that's $2,000. We have student loans, which would bring us to $2,200. This is disgusting. I hate it. And then we have groceries, so that's about roughly $400. So now we're at like $2,600. I want to die. Let's see, 31, 50 plus 60. So I'm roughly between like $3,200 to $3,300 a month. That's my rough budget. That's my rough what I spend in a month. And that's just like a good month, right? Like that's a month where there are no hiccups, where there are no surprises, where like I know what's going on and the universe doesn't bring me something that I was not financially prepared for. I really hope that you found this video to be helpful, especially if you are a young woman who is stepping out into the adult world on your own. You are moving into your own place for the first time, or maybe even you have a roommate or a partner that you are going to be moving in with, and you just want like a general overview of what it may be like financially to embark on living on your own or even with someone. I really hope that you found this to be helpful and informative, and please let me know in the comments if you want a more detailed what I spend in a week as a single 30-year-old woman living in Tacoma, Washington. I actually really like talking about money because it's just one of those things that we all hate to talk about, but we all love to have it. And I think it's really important to be transparent so that we don't feel alone, so that we don't feel isolated, that we don't feel crazy. You're not crazy. Shit's expensive. Everything is expensive. You're not crazy. All right, everyone. Until next time, stay safe, be well, and I'll see you soon. Bye.